What's up, my friends? Hello. Happy Thursday. Greetings, greetings, greetings. How's everybody doing today? Lady Iron is our Alacritous adventurer for the 7th time. The 7th time. Well done, Lady Iron. Congratulations. And then follows it up with a prompt, go beep boop yourself. Poor Lootspot Goots. Lootspot Goots is lit. I mean, just trying to be helpful. That's all. Don't be rude, Iron. Good morning, Coleman, and thank you for coming to protect Lootspot Goots' honor. Ghost, good morning. What's the hardest part of a vegetable to eat? The wheelchair. Wow. Well, we're all going to hell, I think. How do you look 10 out of 10 consecutive days in a row? Me? I think you must have me confused, my friend. I think you must have me confused. With yourself. Ha! Yeah, got him. Right, Coleman? Got him. Got him. Huh. I actually couldn't remember what that coffee roast tasted like. And here we are. This is a... these are some coffee beans that we got from Iceland that I've not had probably since January. But we were running out of coffee, so Mrs. Magoots ground up a bunch of beans, and we are now drinking Icelandic coffee, which sounds very cool. I have to admit. And she said, I have to drink it in this mug, and I didn't know what the mug was going to be, and then it came out to be this mug here. And that's fine. I'm okay with it. Admittedly, the handle is a little bit hard to hold because you can really only use one finger. So then you got to really rely on the thumb and the middle finger to kind of stabilize. But it is cute. No doubt. No doubt. All right, Coleman and Iron, if you are both here, please check your DMs. I sent you both a DM this morning. If you wouldn't mind your Discord DMs, I should be clear on that. If you haven't already, and you maybe are okay. And Coleman already saw. Okay. And as we see other people that are in that DM this morning, if we do, if you could just help me remind them. Not so much that they won't ever see it, but just the sooner they see it, the better, because you know, it will help out. The sooner the better. So yeah, I'm pretty confident everybody will see it at some point. But anyway, but yeah, thank you both. Appreciate you both. Yeah, today is going to be kind of interesting. The game that we're going to start with, I'm going to kind of build up to scariness, if you will. We're going to, and also Foolish Mortals, I have no idea how long this demo is, but I do know the Fears to Fathom demo, which is their episode 1, is very short. So we'll probably we should end up having enough time, but even if I have to cut the Foolish Mortals demo short, at least I know how much time I need to save at the end of stream to get to it. This demo, I'm pretty sure, was just delisted from Steam yesterday. Like literally yesterday. I've had this downloaded on my machine. Let me see if I can check the program files. I have had this downloaded on my machine since April of 2024, this demo. I've never played it, but I thought, oh, that'll be cool. I'll do that sometime. And then I literally just forgot it was installed. The game is releasing in about a month. And this demo was delisted yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday because I thought I had checked over the weekend. And the next thing I know, I look at their news page and it shows a release date that was announced yesterday. So yeah, it's possible this demo is not really indicative of the game anymore. I don't know, but we're going to play it anyway. So Fears to Fathom is always a good time. Have you played it? Have you played those, Ghost? I've had an interest in them, but I've, I only have the first one because it's free. So, If I like this one, I'd be open to buying the others. It at least seems intriguing to me. Though the can I get back to there? It is. Each episode, is there a way to purchase them all together and save some money, or is it really no? Where'd it go? Here's to Fathom collection. The game ends up being kind of expensive. It ends up being $30 when you buy them all. And I don't know that any of these chapters are particularly long. That's the only thing. But I mean, $30 for a game is not terrible by any means. So watch them. They're pretty good. Gotcha. Okay. Hi, Ghosty. You're pretty good. Fight me IRL. Hi, Peachy. Hello. 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 How are you doing, Peachy? How's your Thursday starting out thus far? But yeah, I'm definitely interested in that. I've seen very minimal gameplay of them, but it did seem interesting, and I like the VHS aesthetic, of course. You know, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool when newer games have more retro graphics. You know, games that run well on modern hardware. Some of the retro games do not run well on modern hardware. So yeah, having kind of that retro vibe that runs well on modern hardware, I think is very cool. Not to mention the fact that, I don't know, something about horror in particular, when the graphics are not like super high def, kind of makes it even scarier, you know, because it's like it's playing with your vision a bit. I don't know. Of course you can, I mean, really high def monsters and stuff can be very terrifying too. But it's just sort of like it almost leaves a little bit more to the imagination when the graphics are bad. So, filled my tummy with McDonald's since they brought back Monopoly. Oh, they did? Not off to a bad start. All right. Do you have Park Place already? Just waiting on Boardwalk? I feel like that was always the thing. There were so many Park Place Monopoly pieces, but there was what, 2 Boardwalk ones or something? I think it was 1 or 2 grand prize winners. I mean, it's nobody, in other words. But yeah. Except a bit of social anxiety because the girl working the drive-thru talked to me in the restaurant, and I wasn't sure if she was actually talking to me or the headset, so I got stupid. That's not your fault though. That's a common thing, I think. Tried a game last night that I saw at PAX called Haunted Hotel Renovator. The concept is so cool. The execution is terrible. No way. I feel like I've heard of that game. I mean, we did play a game called Hotel Renovator. Haunted Hotel Renovator. Is it not on Steam? Or is it Hotel Renovator? Where's this at? If I could type, that'd be great. Okay. Hotel Renovator. I actually own that game. Is there's no like DLC for it, right? Or anything. Oh, you actually own Hotel Renovator as well. Haunted House Renovator. Gotcha. Okay. Hi, Octi. Hello, hello. Haunted House Renovator. Ah, okay. I see it now. Take a look at it. Become a paranormal renovator. Explore and renovate haunted locations as you deal with pesky spirits that have fun at your expense. Decide if you want to be mean or nice to banished entities, and also adopt some. Restore old furniture and decorate the interiors as you see fit. Make a profit. Oh, I'm sorry. I pronounced that word wrong. It's entities. I knew that. Sorry. Okay. It does. Yeah, it does look cool. I would want to play that as well. I'm sorry to hear that it wasn't what you were hoping for. What made it? What? Oh, the controls are dog water. Okay. Are you playing on mouse and keyboard as well? Or were you trying on controller? Playing on mouse and keyboard. I wonder if maybe a controller would have been better if they have controller support. Let's see. Ooh, this person left a review back on April 30th when it released. Wonder how many updates it's had since then. It did have an update in June and August. They're due for another one, it seems. Without my sacred roasted elixir, the dawn offendeth me most grievously. My tea is especially good today. We have two opposite ends of the spectrum there. Yeah. Entititties. It's like how I saw nudity as nudity. Hey, good morning, Jezraya. How are you? How are you? Yeah, I've gotten so used to dark roast that medium roast just tastes really weird now. Not bad necessarily. It's just not like not expecting it. Okay, so it was the controls mainly though. Do you think I'm trying to see, I'm looking in these screenshots. The controls they're showing, like the on screen, are from mouse and keyboard. So I wonder if they don't even support a gamepad. Because yeah, typically if controls are bad, the move is to try picking up a controller. If the controller controls are bad, using mouse and keyboard, you know, like just kind of the opposite. And if they're both bad, then you ask for a refund. I don't know. Let's see. It does say it has partial controller support. That's never a great sign, if I'm being honest. What is this one here? Okay. Creature Lab. I think I might have actually requested that game. I did. I tried to request that game a few years ago. Creature Lab. I tried to request to get a key to, like, you know, show you guys the game. That game sounded cool, but now I'm seeing it also has mixed reviews. And there is a demo for it too. We could check that out at some point. Let's see. Not recommended. Recommended, not recommended. Bunch of, yeah. About what I'd expect for mixed reviews. I meant say, not saw. Encountered a bug I couldn't get past in the tutorial. I will try again just to see. What was the tutorial bug? Somebody mentions here, like, carpet. What do they say from the top review? Carpets spawning under floors. Tutorials out of order. No particular structure, quite frankly. It's not even at the quality and stability the demo was at. Somehow the full version works even less good than the demo did. Huh. There is still a demo. That'd be kind of interesting to check out the demo. So maybe they worked really, really hard on the demo, try to get you in there, and then they didn't really care so much about making the game. I don't know. That'd be kind of surprising. People can just refund games. That's a Steam policy, you know. I found a list of tutor ways you need to say coffee. Thought they'd be good for stream. Tutor ways. That's pretty funny. I get what you mean, though. I think I actually said it's like how I saw nudity as, yeah. But I mean, it's the same thing, I guess. Well, it depends. Did you start saying nudity because it like when you read it, you're like, oh, that kind of looks like the word titty. Because then say and saw are both correct. Anyway. It wanted me to do some ritual, and it just kept saying things were not placed correctly. And after like 45 minutes, I'm like, F it. Gotcha. Okay. Speaking of ritual, you remember that time we did a ritual in Phasmophobia in the basement? That was great. That was a good time. I love how everybody just got silent like so quickly. It was so funny. We're all just talking. Yes, more Phasmo. Would love to. We're all just talking like, all right, guys, are we ready for the ritual? Yeah. I'm ready. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. All right, Woodsy, you ready? No, I'm not ready. Oh shoot. Well, sorry, dude. I already lit the candles. And then just instant silence after that. Was really funny. They work hard on the demo, get you to buy, then pull the rug out from under the flooring, from under your feet. Exactly. Then they're like, you know what'll be funny is I'm just going to change the layers in this game. More likely to blame some full game feature they turned on fully borking making stuff. Yeah, it's most likely the case. Yeah. Try to release something that's more, whittled down for the demo. but you had some good time to make sure that those like 4 features work. And then when you enable 15 features in the full thing, one of them conflicts. Yeah, for sure. That's likely the case. I don't think that anybody purposefully makes a bad game, for sure. But it's definitely frustrating. Definitely frustrating when you're missing out on valuable QA work months later. You know what I mean? That can be frustrating. Hello, beautiful Kirk. How are you doing? In a perfect world, the world would be perfect. Also, hello, gorgeous. How are you doing, Kirk? How was your day off? Oh, no, wait. You said you were working on your day off. When is your next actual day off? Is what I should be asking. Borking needs to be said daily. Borking. Bork, bork, bork. I would like to bork daily. Nobody outside of AAA purposely makes a bad game. Yeah, maybe I should clarify, huh? And I think we should be clear, too. Not even AAA devs are purposely releasing a poor game. It's typically AAA marketing. You know what I mean? Actually, no, I'm tired. No, I'm too tired. Stop, I'm tired. Well, anyway, we are going to attempt to play this Foolish Mortals demo. I think it will work. As I was saying earlier, Foolish Mortals just received a release date yesterday. The release date is going to be early November. I have had this game installed, this demo installed on my machine since April of 2024. So we're looking at 1 year and 6 months, roughly. 5 and some change. And I've never played it. It looked interesting. It looked like a game that I was going to I was hoping to showcase to you guys at some point. Kind of honestly forgot that I had it installed, and I went back and I looked at like my Steam library or my Steam. I looked at my Steam library, the games that were installed to try to clear some space for my hard drive. And I was like, Foolish Mortals demo. I don't remember installing this. Then I went and looked at the game and I was like, oh yeah, I do remember that game. This weekend when I decided this is one of the games that I would play, the demo was still showing up on Steam. I checked this morning, demo delisted. Demo delisted. So that could have been really bad, but I did attempt to launch the game directly from my program files, and it seemed to work okay. So yeah, I think it'll be fine. But if it's not, that's why. And if it's not, we'll figure something else out. But yeah. So if you like the game, feel free to wishlist it later. It'll be coming out on Steam. Hang on. What? I'll give you the specific date. November 5th. Remember the 5th of November, because that's when Foolish Mortals comes out. Actually, no, I'm tired. Absolutely sent me into a giggle fit. Not tonight, honey. I eepy. Yesterday was day off, but work. Today is actual day off. It's very nice of our playing Console Shop Simulator, and I love it. Console Shop Simulator. I know there is a simulator for everything, but I've not even seen that one. I've seen like the PC building simulator. Become the owner of a game store, organize shelves, repair CDs, negotiate profits, promote your store via live stream, increase customer satisfaction. It's almost like GameStop with a slightly more modern twist, you know? Like since you're live streaming it. I don't remember any live streams taking place at GameStop. Is there, but I'm curious. Let's see. There used to be a, yeah, they do not exist where I lived anymore. I'm just kind of curious though. Yeah, this is definitely the same one. There was a store called Game Exchange. They do not exist where... Oh, okay. They are kind of a national chain. I didn't realize that. I always thought it was like... I don't know. Their branding was very basic, so I always thought it was just sort of like a little small shop, but it's not. And they've got shops all over the place. But yeah, ours closed down. And I think they actually did replace it with a GameStop. I'm trying to remember what ended up going in there, but that's kind of what that reminded me of, was going into Game Exchange. Looking at the screenshots here, it's sort of like a more modernized Game Exchange. Your hard drive, eh? Oh, my hard drive. Absolutely. Absolutely my hard drive. All right, let me go ahead and kill these screens here. Launching the Foolish Mortals demo. And I'm going to grab these headphones for today. Add a console shop to my wish list. Love a sim. You sure do. Did you all see the couple that live streamed the tub birth of their kid on Twitch? What? Just Luke talking about live stream from GameStop reminded me of that headline. This can't have been recent, right? Was it recent, Peachy, or is this something that happened like years ago? Because yikes. I'm trying to understand the, at least I think it was Twitch. Hang on, let me find it. Okay. I mean, that's wild. I would see that as being, I mean, again, I guess people will stream pretty much anything, but I see like the birth of a child as being like the most personal thing. Like, I remember Mrs. Magoots and I talking about having a child in the past, and she was like, yeah, if we ever have a child, you are going to be the only person in that room, like, with me. We are not letting any other family members. We are not letting anybody else in that room, and you're going to be, like, behind me. You know what I mean? Like, it was, she's like, this is really a me thing, you know? This is like, this is not something that we're going to let people in on, you know? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely not. I don't want anybody else in there either. Entire new genre of bathtub streams. Octi. Apparently the streamer is known for WoW and League of Legends. I'll post the article in As Seen. Okay, yeah. I wonder if I even know who this person is. Yeah, I don't need to see that much of Mrs. M. She does not want anybody to see that much of her. Even me. Like, literally even me. She's like, you're gonna, you know, you would be behind me. I'm like, all right, no problem. I mean, I'm not complaining, you know. X tried to pull the no one in the room but me without any prior conversation. I was like, probably gonna want my mommy. Yeah, that is 100% your prerogative. Yeah, and that was, I think I even said something like, would you, you know, she's like, no, nobody else, right? I think whoever is birthing the child should be the sole determiner of that. I don't think anybody else, literally anybody else, should have any say whatsoever. Like, if Mrs. Magoots was like, I don't even want you in the room, I'd be like, well, that's upsetting, but okay, you know, like, I did not have an equal part in making this, you know. Hundo P IMO. No, exactly. All right, let's launch Foolish Mortals. I've got my headphones now. And here. Give me a second to get you guys some audio as well. Alrighty, audio is yours. Geez, why is that window just... Why did that opened up to like 3 times my monitor width? That made no sense. I think we're fine though. I noticed that there's this Kickstarter click here thing, and I hovered over it and I was like, I'm liking this art here. I'm liking this art. I'm going to click here real quick. This game does come out next month, so, but it looks like you can still support it on Kickstarter, possibly. Maybe. Hang on. Late pledge takes you to... Oh, it goes directly to the shop. And I don't know... Yeah, you get some physical stuff. I don't know... I do not know how that works. That's cool. I'll have to look into that. You can put yourself in as a ghost in the Belmore Manor Ballroom in the game. See if we can read about that. I always like that when you get the chance to put yourself in a game. I think that's very cool. Ghostly Ball takes place in the mansion, and we need a bunch of spectral spectators to fill up the audience. With this add-on, you send us a photograph of you, and we'll draw you in ghostly form and include you in the game, visible during the waltz. And we'll send you an HD digital copy of your ghost character too. That's cool. I think that's really cool. That can be yours for only 60 pounds. Mother-in-law got a full shot of Harley. I about screamed at her. She was walking past me at the wrong time. Oh, geez. Yeah, I forget. It was one of my cousins, maybe. One of my cousins had a child and said, yeah, like just somebody was taking pictures. Just, you know, I don't remember. I don't remember who. I feel like it was one of their parents. I don't feel like it was their, you know, their partner. Pictures right down Main Street of the child being born. And I'm like, why would you ever think that that's something that somebody want, unless you are explicitly told, I want pictures of it coming out. I don't know why anybody would assume that that's something that's okay. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, that's cool though. Take a look at that later. All right, let's play this though. Go. Send a pic from your Halloween stream. I would like to be a ghost, but I would like you to make very meta. I would like you to make my ghostly version of myself a ghost. He's an X for a reason. Emphatically, yes, X forever. Thankfully, you found Jer. 100%. It's just a way to be more than 100% affirmative. Emphatically is a very big word for me at 8:35. Clam down. All right, let's try this new game here. Inklingwood Studios. I might be terrible at this game. It's a point and click like puzzle game, I'm pretty sure. Also, do you think we could, we might be able to run the green screen on this. See how it goes. I'd love to be like just right in the action, you know? Credits already. Quick game world record. I'm crushing it. I'm crushing it. You're only mortal. You're only mortal. It's true. It actually might immortal. I'm actually kind of wondering though. I'm definitely going to get to play this game, right? This isn't like maybe Peachy is onto something where they sent a patch out for this game and it literally just plays the credits when you click new game. They're like, no, when we delisted the demo, we meant it. I'm hoping that's not the case. I've literally had this on my machine for about 1.5 years. I would like to play it. If I manifested that, I'm so sorry. No, definitely would not be blaming you, Peachy. Don't worry. Like I said, we'll pivot. Have you seen my backlog? We'll find something. You know what I mean? We had to pivot. We'd find something.
They said there was a treasure on the island. Its location known only by the dead. I could see it in my dreams. How was I supposed to know that in order to find it, I'd have to die too?
Against the storm intensifies? Really? What about this reminded you? Sons of the Forest incoming?
Spirits and specters from regions unknown, guide to me the wanderer who searches alone. Well, welcome back, Murphy McCallan. Have you found all 5 ingredients for the spell?
I found 3 so far.
I got you,
Only 2
Octi.
left. The chalk and the coffin nails.
Hey, Nene.
Hurry. The island will lead you to that which you seek. I have no doubt about that.
This art style is nice. You're nice. Okay, so clearly I'm not in the best place here. Let me see. Can I go... what if I go over here? Is this better? I wonder. We'll find out. His backlog do be big. Yeah, my backlog is large, and Against the Storm is in the backlog. True. Yeah, I like this. This is I'm enjoying this hand-drawn art thus far. Hello, non-believers. How are you doing? It was scorched earth at the old cult today. Ams was eating bodies left and right. Bodies popped out of their graves. Our leader has thrown his hands up and abandoned us. Bebo sad. Wow. Dang. And even Nonder copied that message too. So he really did throw his hands up. Hello, Persephone, Nonder, Ursa, Ams, Lars, Reaper, Celt. So is this the end of the cult? Is a new cult going to have to spring forth? Ams, why would you do this? Did Ams just like came back and was like, yeah, I'll show you killing me the first time. Lutz is wearing the merch of non. I sure am. I'm a non-believer. I am a non-believer. Even though I haven't been able to hang out with you all in kind of a long time in the mornings, like truly hang out with you in the mornings.
Hello there.
I am still a non-believer. Hello, Banj. Welcome with the raid. What a nice looking hat there, Lutz. I wonder where one could get one. Probably on the Nonder merch store, would be my guess. Fun fact, this game, concentrating on the culture of Southern USA, specifically on the culture of BIPOC, is made by 2 white people from the UK. Really? Oh, geez. I hadn't heard that. Banj, how's your day? About to try the demo, but unfortunately that fully put me off it. The demo's delisted. This game is coming out pretty soon. How will the spell help me find the lost treasure of Bellamore Manor? I'm going to finish finding the voodoo ingredients. Okay. How will the spell help me find the lost treasure of Bellamore Manor? Oh, it's probably acted, isn't it?
How will the spell help me find the lost treasure of Belmore Manor?
There are things on this island that have gone unseen. Stories that have been left unheard. At least to mortals. I commune with regions beyond. Let me introduce you to a friend. Out of the shadows, the cursed and the damned, return now my servant to do my command.
I have returned to you, Master.
Loa, this gentleman wishes to find the lost treasure of Belmore Manor. Tell him how this can be done.
Only inhabitants of the house know where the treasure lies. Their spirits still within its walls, trapped between life and death. To ask them, those spirits must be revealed on the mortal plane.
And that is what our spell will do, Murphy. A summoning spell to unveil the ghosts trapped within the house.
Look, it's Ams.
Ingredients place inside, tie closed, and then unseal. Within the focus what may hide, this spell will soon reveal.
Once you've collected all 5, we can summon the ghosts of Belmore Manor. Once we've summoned the ghosts, we can ask them exactly where the treasure was hidden.
Reassure.
You have served me, Loa. Begone!
Oh, okay. They didn't really seem like Loa was going to be gone, you know? Boss Man's asking questions again, BRB. No worries. No worries, Octi. Dear Diary, today I chose to kill another cult member. Sorry, not sorry, Ams. Wait, did you actually kill Ams? Point and click like Monkey Island? It is. Yes, it sure is. I had it last year through Yogscast Tiny Teams event. No, like Clue on CD-ROM. Tell him each answer costs him a 10% raise, right? Day's been great. Lost another 2 kilograms. Went for a really nice run around the country park this morning. I ate cookies to sublimate the rage induced by Silk Song. So it's safe to say Silk Song's going well, I think. Cannot wait for Fierce to Fathom, but I have a meeting. Oh no, AMs! We're going to be playing a little bit later because that demo is very short. So I've been told. I should stop eating radioactive waste. You're just Mr. Burns on radioactive. Radioactive Ambien. What if you just stop just short of getting superpowers? Better not risk it, but I'm skinny. Your vote killed her. Dang. Okay, gotcha. I do declare this a mighty fun streamer. Spooky hello. Also, I saw your smelly cat quest log there, Ams. Well done.
Do you know what happened at Belmore Manor?
You want to hear a ghost story, Murphy McCallan?
I want to know everything I can about that house.
Then listen closely.
Ooh.
Dark magic runs throughout Belmore Manor. The house was built by the Belmore brothers, 3 merchants from England who made their fortune trading across the Caribbean. Xavier Belmore, an explorer, Yardley Belmore, an actor, and Cecil Belmore, a scientist. Their parents dead for many years. They each loved and cared for their young sister, Abigail. Abigail met a young sailor who worked aboard one of her brother's ships. And in less than a year, he proposed. The engagement was a scandal. Despite having the pick of any eligible bachelor in high society, her hand and the Belmore fortune was to go to a commoner.
A commoner.
Because of their unconditional love for their young sister, the Belmore brothers sanctioned the marriage. But people began to wonder if Abigail was being locked into marriage, whether by blackmail or black magic. The grand wedding was planned by the 3 proud brothers, but in the months leading up to the wedding, each of the brothers, one by one, was lost, presumed dead. And yet the wedding was still to go ahead. And with Abigail set to inherit the Belmore fortune once she came of age, many people began to wonder whether the sailor was not a perpetrator, but a pawn.
How old is she getting married?
On the morning of the wedding, the sailor was summoned to her chambers. I don't love you, Abigail declared. I never loved you. And to everyone gathered in the house, Abigail declared that that same evening, she would marry another, John Rackham, first officer of the Belmore Trading Company, would be her new groom. Except that didn't happen. On the night of the wedding, everyone in the house suddenly and mysteriously vanished. Perhaps the last revenge of the scorned sailor.
Whoa.
The house that night held a heart that would be broken, a victim who would be tricked, and a force that would unleash evil. But no one knows exactly who each was. If you want to find the treasure, Murphy, you'll have to find out.
Abigail, you... Oh my. You missed 2 days. Just weird when Mersa said that, because I'm like, what are you calling me? Have Lurkin record more footage before work makes me do my job. Gonna move to my PC so I can at least have the video open during my meeting. Gotcha. Ams, I don't know if you've gone yet or not, but did you say you've played Pierce to Fathom? Lars was saying Ambien the drug. I combined your name and it. Amzian.
How am I going to find the spell ingredients?
Everything I've ever needed for my voodoo spells, I have found on this island. It's as though this island pulls the supernatural to it. Keep searching. Once that's complete, I will show you the final step of the
Realize he's
step.
barefoot. He's got gloves on, but he's barefoot. That's an interesting combination. It's not your usual, kind of style, I would say, you see these days.
I'm going to finish finding the voodoo ingredients.
Hurry back.
Part 1, the summoning spell. Oh, you've watched all the stories. I like watching other people get scared. Fair enough. Alrighty. Here we are. It is time to point and click. Taxidermied fish. Can I pick this up?
I took the taxidermied fish from the rotting wooden frame.
Nice. I'm going to need that. That's going to come in handy. There's a crane here. Oh, there's a bag on it. Oh, wait. Huh? Am I going to use that for... Huh. Okay. Maybe I'll use that to knock something over at some point. Can I right-click?
Sack hung from the wooden crane.
Okay, right-click gives me info. Left-click gives me action.
The wooden shack had a single door. From the moss growing on it, it looked like it hadn't been used for years.
Dock Master.
The glass of the window was so thick with dust and grime, I couldn't see through it.
Okay. We can go towards the island. All right.
I jiggled the handle, but the door was locked. With a bit of elbow grease, I pushed up the wooden window frame.
Wait, where'd you get the elbow grease?
Pressed against the inside wall was a dusty desk covered in spider webs, and on top it, one thing lay undisturbed, a small folded document, which I picked up, along with an unintentional 8-legged companion.
Ah!
Ghost stories and haunted treasures I could handle, but spiders gave me the creeps.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at our inventory. We've got... Yeah, there's the fish. Excuse me. Was it... Did we get the captain's license, or was that the manuscript, maybe? Here's the Marion Macabre magazine. The Vanished Wedding. Oh, here's basically the story that we saw earlier. Okay. And probably put that away, right? We just saw that.
It was a small leather pouch with a drawstring, used for voodoo spells. Currently, it held black feathers, gunpowder, and rum.
Oh. Manuscript. The focus.
It was a bottle filled with rum.
Oh, these are the items we need. Okay.
It was a small mound of gunpowder.
Mound.
It was a pair of feathers, both black. At the center of the manuscript was an empty circle, with arrows pointing inward from each of the ingredients. It was marked the focus. It was a crumbling rock of chalk.
I need to find chalk and coffin
It was a handful
nails.
of nails, once used to seal up a coffin.
Okay.
It was a voodoo manuscript that looked hundreds of years old, with the instructions to a spell that summons things hidden within.
Okay.
It was an empty soda bottle that I'd found on the beach. It was the taxidermied fish I'd taken from the riverboat, with a ripped seam opening up to the stuffing inside of it.
Do I need anything of any of the stuffing, you think? Captain's license. License issued by the Department of Commerce and Labor 1910. United States Captain's License. The undersigned inspector for the state of Louisiana certifies that Cornelius Knott, having been this day duly examined, touching his qualifications as a captain of a steamboat, is a suitable and safe person to be entrusted with the power and duties of captaincy, and license him to act as such for 5 years from this date on all navigable waterways of the state of Louisiana. As such, the above name does solemnly swear that he will faithfully and honestly, according to his best skill and judgment, without concealment or reservation, perform all the duties required of him as a captain by the Act of Congress approved June 9th, 1910. Signed by B. Butterworth. Okay. There's a seal here that's missing. Oop.
It was a riverboat captain's license for Captain John Bennett, but the space for a photograph was empty.
Could I become the captain? I'm the captain now? I don't know what year this takes place. Okay, what is this? Okay, here are my goals. Chalk and nails. Solutions to Murphy's Adventures will be found within these page. Only proceed when in dire need. Once the diary is open, click on the gold circles to reveal a new clue. Diary can be closed again. Okay. Gotcha. So you can get clues. Hey, Bogan, good morning. Why am I always working so late? I don't know. Aren't you the one that, oh, this tells you things that you can interact with. Interesting. Okay. And then what's this one do? This is my map. But yeah, Bogan, aren't you the one that basically determines when you work and when you stop working?
I doubted there was anything useful in the bayou. I wasn't going to risk having my arm bitten off by an alligator to confirm those doubts. The ship looked like it was sinking into the murky bayou water all around it.
All right, I think we can safely...
The window to the shack was open, but its interior was largely unimpressive.
Move to the island. All right. Oh, okay, so these question marks, I guess that's pretty much what I should have done here. Let's go top to bottom. Why not, huh? Start over here. Oh, this is the Belmore Manor, huh?
By trees and lit by moonlight, Belmore Manor stood imposingly in the still night air. Even without lights on, it felt like something inside the house was calling me, or warning me.
Too true. All right, let's see. You can look at the Belmore Manor.
Belmore Manor stood proudly and enigmatically at the center of the estate. Who knew what had gone on inside its walls? I scanned the house for a way in, perhaps an unlocked door or window, but my search was without luck. I wasn't going to wade into the pond.
Why not?
A large pond lay in front of the house, slowly being reclaimed by algae and weeds.
I thought you went to sleep. I can stop anytime, but then stuff doesn't get done.
It was the grand front door to Belmore Manor. I wondered how many people had entered the house this way, and how many never came back out again.
See if I can go that way.
With a deep breath, I took hold of the door handle of the house I'd been thinking about for months and turned it. Unsurprisingly, it was locked. I briefly considered breaking into the house, but unsure of just how true the ghost stories were, decided it was better to not risk angering any spirits that may have been in there. If I was getting in, I was going to need the key.
Alrighty. There's a path over here. I guess I should take that. I don't really see much else I can interact with. The pond, of course. The island back that way. Yeah, let's take this path over here. Tried to go to sleep, but there was an issue with the game I'm doing for PAX. You're doing a game for PAX? Tell me a little bit about it, Bogan. This game is, be honest, we don't really know exactly what it's about. I do know the lore, but I don't really know exactly why we're trying to do some sort of ritual, and I don't really know exactly why. Why did we take the long way around? It's kind of interesting. There's the moon. Look at that moon. Trying to find the treasure. There's a treasure. Yeah, okay. That's right. There's a treasure. And I'm going to do...
The patio set hadn't been used in decades.
I have to do some sort of voodoo ritual in order to get the answers to find where the treasure lies. Doesn't this game involve escaping Monkey Island or something? I think so, yeah. Only the ghosts know where the treasure is. So I have to resurrect the ghosts, ask them about the treasure. They'll tell me, I guess? I don't know. That seems like maybe a bit of an oversight, but they're going to... Oh! I just got hit with a horseshoe.
So much for good luck. I picked up the horseshoe that assaulted me. It was heavy. Very heavy.
How are you still standing? Huh, okay. Can't go to this one. Oh, it's not accessible in the demo. Okay. So we're going to this second one here. Ooh, a cemetery. We need those nails. Maybe he'll take them right back out and give them to me, huh? Oh, I do have control. I thought, okay. At first, I didn't see a cursor. Gravedigger's got a skull on him?
The coffin lid had been nailed down securely. I wasn't going to be able to open it. The tin was empty. A rusty tin can sat on the ground. An antique stove burned quietly in the corner of the tumble-down shack. The rough-looking coffin lay unceremoniously on the rickety table. A scruffy-looking man was working away within the remnants of the shack.
Remnants of the shack. Kind of mean. I could take the screw jack.
A coffin sat upon a rickety-looking table, with one leg shorter than the others.
Yeah, that's what the jack is for, huh? Looking after a booth tomorrow, but the game is, excuse my language, fricked, like it might not be playable. Ah, okay. Let's talk to the gravedigger, I guess, if it'll let me.
Hello.
Ah, consarn it! Don't sneak up on people like that. You frighten the dying daylights out of me.
He looked at me like he'd seen a ghost.
Hello.
Sorry, you seem a little jumpy.
The best dragoon voice. I returned. Welcome back, Octi.
Kids don't seem like a reason to be scared.
They're little terrors. I'm sure they're gonna give me a heart attack. Last week they showed up with a doctor's note they forged, saying a man I'd buried that day was just a very deep sleeper. 7 hours I was out here digging him up, at my age.
Oh, gee.
And was he sleeping?
Dead as a dodo, just like those kids will be if I get my hands on them.
Yeah.
Have you got any spare coffin nails?
No, I don't got any to spare. I have to buy these out of my own pocket. Do you know how much the parish gives me per burial nowadays? A pittance. The roof's leaking, my table's broken. I've used floorboards to build some of the coffins. Take my
They look
advice.
good.
Don't go into this line of work. I'm telling you, undertaking's a dying business.
Nice. I see what you did there. Like, the project has bricked 2 PCs already, and that's just trying to do a build. What? 2? Excuse me? 2? And when you say bricked, you mean like they're done. Like, those computers do not work anymore. Is that what you mean? I'll just try to be friendly, I guess.
My name's Murphy McAllen. I've just arrived on the island.
Well, welcome, Mr. Murphy. I'm Edgar Kettle, gravedigger, undertaker, coffin maker, and anything else that needs doing to keep this cemetery running.
What are you up to this eve? So I've got practice a little later today, and I'm trying to remember if there was something else. I thought there was something else, but maybe I'm just getting my days mixed up. No more fam jam visits. No more. Yeah. Game has been the last 2 weeks of my life. Wait, 2 weeks? Bogan, I don't know how to say this. I'm just going to say it, okay? 2 weeks is not a very long time for dev projects, okay? So don't be disappointed in yourself if you can't make something that, like, is mind-blowing in 2 weeks, because that's not very long. 2 top-end university PCs have had to be replaced because of the project. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. Yeah, spend some time on the optimization, but 2 weeks is not a very long time, my friend. Okay. I feel like this is going to be... That's a kind of offensive question.
Do you not find working in a graveyard a little eerie?
Why would it be eerie?
I don't know. Ghosts, maybe?
I don't like to think about ghosts.
Why not?
Because they'd be bad for business. I have my work cut out here with the dead as it is. Imagine if they came back asking for a refund.
What are you working on?
This is just a pauper's coffin the parish is funding. Lock 'em in lumber, leave 'em to slumber. That's what I call it. No frills. This'll end up 5 feet under by the end of the night.
5 feet?
I thought it was supposed to be 6 feet.
You're not the one doing the digging. 5 feet means I get a tea break.
I've been working on this for 3 or 4 months. The 2 weeks I'm talking about is around 15 to 17 hours a day for the last 2 weeks. Oh, geez. Bogan, I know you're not going to listen to me anyway, but I do not recommend that, my friend. I do not recommend that. Oh, I like this guy. Game development be fun, they say. It should be fun. But it's never going to be fun if you're working 15 to 17 hours a day. It will literally never be fun. Or if it is fun, that fun will not last very long. Screw it, I'm going to ask him.
Have you ever accidentally buried someone who is still alive?
Not that I know of. When you think about it, how would I know?
Shouts for help? Desperate shaking of the coffin?
Look, I haven't sealed anyone up who was chatting away with me, let's put it that way. I usually check for signs of life.
I like this guy too,
Everyone takes
Octi.
shortcuts sometimes, don't they? I deserve some rest in peace, too.
Why are you out here working so late?
The funerals take place in the morning, and I prefer to be tucked up in my bed. I don't like those early funerals. I'm not a morning person.
This guy. Have you considered getting some sleep? Yes, I have. My take is, why give in to crunch early? Why not hope and plan for better in game dev? Make the world you want to see and observe and deserve. Yeah. No job's worth it. Yeah. Absolutely not. Especially because these are self-imposed deadlines, right, Bogan? Is anybody paying you for this? I mean, maybe they are, but it sounds like I'm pretty sure these are self-imposed deadlines from what I could gather. Never want to be a game dev. All my college classmates did, but I just wanted to be kind of important in an IT department somewhere. Chill dreams. You have a 5-hour training today? What? For what? What could possibly take that long to learn? Zeducator, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome in. Hello, hello.
Did the coffin just move?
Don't even joke about that.
I best be running along.
Don't drop dead. I don't want anything else adding to my to-do list.
I did not tell him about the Belmore treasure. All right. There are some graves we can look
I scanned
at.
the headstones for anything of note, but didn't know what I was searching for. The graveyard was dotted with headstones. Some old, some young, some legible, some not.
Stupid new ways of delivering white glove service to our high-paying customers. Oh, that sounds like a joy. All right. If I take the screw jack, this table's going to be uneven. It's not going to fall, is it?
A coffin sat upon a rickety-looking table, with one leg shorter than the others.
Screw jack? Poor Jack. What did he do? Got a white glove for him. There's only one finger, though. Wow, 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 wow. Woo-woo.
With the jack removed, the table rocked freely.
Why is that a good thing?
The coffin lid had been nailed down securely. I wasn't going to be able to open it. The rough-looking coffin lay unceremoniously on the rickety table.
Okay. Do you have a horseshoe? Is that good for anything? A bottle, a taxidermied fish. Try talking to him again.
Hello, Edgar.
Whatever. I'm going to tell him.
I'm looking for the treasure of Belmore Manor.
Another treasure hunter. Well, let me tell you something, young man. Don't even think about digging up my graveyard. There's no treasure buried here, and I'm already busy enough filling in the holes that are meant to be here.
I best be running along.
Oh, shoot. I forgot. I love point and click logic. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Welcome in,
Edgar.
Zeducator. How's your day going? Oh, I forgot. I didn't even check, but I have another question here.
Do you know anything about the disappearance at Belmore Manor?
I think it's important to leave the dead to rest in peace.
That's kind of what I was
Well,
thinking,
what if
too.
they're not in peace?
Well, I think there's more to that story than meets the eye. You know the three brothers went missing, right? Well, if you ask me, I think Abigail Belmore was behind it.
Ooh.
She was engaged to a sailor, but nobody like her would go for a commoner.
She might have loved him.
She could have loved somebody with a big bank account, too. I think she must have been using him, pretending to love him so he'd do her dirty work for her, bumping off her brothers. Then afterwards, she drops him and goes to marry the officer of the company. Fiendish.
Those are some pretty serious allegations.
Just a feeling, that's all. I don't have any evidence. But when you work with cadavers, you kinda get a sixth sense about things. People killed in mysterious circumstances. Like you can tell when someone's sneaking up behind you.
You actually seem to have trouble with that.
Wise guy.
Doing good working on my homework for grad school, so glad for background noise. What kind of homework you got? Game development is an industry where it's expected that you get your work done, and if you're behind, you need to catch up or lose your job. Blizzard were the worst with that stuff. They would make employees who were behind on work extra hours unpaid. Game project is a final for my university course, but the teacher isn't the best with planning, so we started work on the project 5 months after we should have started. Yeah, I don't know, Bogan. Does that... I'm not trying to give you like an existential crisis here, but does that sound like fun to you? That doesn't sound like fun to me. It doesn't sound like anything I want any part of personally, but...
What do you think was behind the disappearance?
Well, the sailor must have found out he was being manipulated, mustn't he? Done something to get his revenge.
What do you think the sailor did to get his revenge?
Nobody knows. But in his contracts to the Caribbean, he could have come across something fiendish. All we know is that everyone in that house disappeared. And to tell you the truth, I'm quite relieved they did.
Why's that?
Because if they'd not disappeared, it would be this old fool who'd have had to bury them. Saved me a good amount of work.
I always love how something obvious can't be used here, like an oven mitt to unscrew a hot light bulb because they expect you to find the switch and turn it off instead. So you don't go working for companies like Blizzard. No. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I'd get a job at a bank and do game dev on my own if I cared about it. Why grind yourself up in a machine for few money and lot of work and no stability? Exactly, yeah. Because I'm good at it, but it's better when you have a team who can get their work done. Well, yeah, of course. But I don't know. This seems like very pie in the sky kind of Bogan, if I'm being honest. I'm not trying to shoot down your dream either, but I don't know. Does not sound appealing. And I put in a lot of hours in the job that I'm most passionate about. But if I was working 15 to 17 hour days doing coaching stuff, I would not like it nearly as much as I do.
I best be running along.
Goodbye.
Alrighty. I think I did everything I can for now. So let's go ahead and bump back over here. So that's the church. I love how this is a giant map. Like this view of the map is very large. We only have one more place I can go in the demo.
Walking into the port town of Dead Nettle,
Dead
I can
Nettle?
sense its history in every stone, brick, and plank. Echoes of merchant ships loading and unloading all manner of cargo from expeditions throughout the Caribbean. Gold and treasure that may still lie hidden on the island.
Studying maths, work on a real analysis. Ooh, okay. Merce and I worked on a game idea. I'm actually interested in how to develop it when I have zero programming skills. There are ways to do no-code game dev. It's possible. During the more early in the morning for math, better to play game. Well, that's actually a good question. Yeah, I don't know if is it morning for you, Zeducator? Most of us currently are we're in the United States. Most of us, not all of us, are in the United States, so it's still very early in the day for us. Either way, I tip my cap to you with doing high level math work. There's a door over here to Doubloon's Jewelry.
It was the door to a jewelry shop with a sign behind the glass reading back in 5 minutes.
Love those signs. Love those signs. Oh, there's water pool here, or rippling. Passageway. I can go through the passageway.
A homemade paper sign hung on the front of the theater.
It's a theater? It's like a little puppet? Yeah, it is a puppet theater. Let's walk over there and take a look at it. I can also go in this archway over here. I can't go down this ladder, it seems.
The sign read, "The Fantastic Fantaccio Brothers will be performing tonight. People of all ages welcome. Donations welcome even more so."
More welcome than people. Classic.
Gruff mumbles emanated from inside the puppet theater. Obviously, preparation for tonight's show was already underway.
I know we all sound like annoying, jaded old people, but we got jaded somehow. Hate to break it to you, no job you ever have will have a team that gets their work done. There will always be that person that F's it up for everyone else. I work 8 hours a day and can walk away at 4:30 without fear of reprisal. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and Spooky knows all about people that can't get their work done, too. So, not in it for the money or fame, I'm in it because I enjoy it. Yeah, to me, that sounds like a great thing to do on the side then, rather than as your full-time. If you don't care about the money and the fame. All right. Let's try going through this archway over here. And Spooky just looks old, but he's a baby. Wow. Ah, the Mater D.
The maitre d' stood behind a tall podium, glancing down at a ledger in front of him.
CC. Okay. There's a fountain here, too. Courtyard echoed the trickling noise of a small fountain. That line was not voice acted.
There was nothing in the fountain apart from a room of moss.
Why is there moss in there?
I glanced at the ledger on the podium. It was mostly empty, and the few entries there didn't seem of any interest.
Could I try to go in here? Is he going to stop me?
You can't go up there. It's for members only.
There we go. Oh, you're at Central Time. Okay. Yeah. Conversely, I'm old, but look like a baby. Makes me sound smart, but trust me, I'm very confused at all times. Me AF. I was a computer science major. Me AF. Some might say dream. Oh, you look like a dream. Some would say dream. More would say nightmare. False.
Good evening. He looked past me like I was invisible, as though if he ignored me hard enough, there was a chance I'd disappear.
Oh, he's right.
I said good evening?
I suppose, if one's standards are low enough.
Oh.
Have you taken a wrong turn, sir?
I'm just having a look around.
Well, make it a quick one.
Wow.
Who are you?
My name is Felix Greer, maitre d', bartender, and acting manager of the Captain's Club.
Captain's Club, that's what
Mr.
CC
Perkins
is.
has his night off. And who, pray tell, are you?
Murphy McAllen. I'm looking for the lost treasure of Belmore Manor.
Oh, goody. Another young adventurer seeking fame, fortune, or some combination of the two. Just what Dead Nettle's been lacking for local color.
That's why I'm wanting to get into indie development, because everyone in the studio knows that they have deadlines. It's more of a community. Whatever you choose to do, Bogan, I hope the best for you. Just don't grind yourself up in college for it. Plenty of years where that'll happen naturally. Yeah, too true. Too true.
What is this place?
This, sir, is the Captain's Club, a private members club for current and retired sea and riverboat captains. We are highly exclusive.
Oh.
Are you a captain?
Yep.
He asked with a smugness
Oh.
that told me he already knew the answer.
I could be a captain.
I thought not. then may I recommend a swift exit.
I just need to get a
You'll
photo of
find
myself.
Convenient egress approximately 180 degrees to starboard. If you like, I can give you a good swift kick in the right direction, sir. And don't feel a need to stop walking until your ankles get soggy.
Wow.
What can you tell me about Dead Nettle?
Do you think you've wandered into the local library? Should we gather around for story time?
I was just hoping to talk to someone obviously so knowledgeable about the area.
Nice. Appeal to his...
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm plagued with an encyclopedic knowledge of the local area. My concierge duties require it. I have a spiel. Welcome, hardy traveler, to our quaint port town of Dead Nettle. Once this town you see around you was a hub of commerce, a beacon for ships bravely navigating between America, Europe, and the Caribbean. With the unfortunate dissolution of the Belmore Trading Company, our town has settled into a quieter life, perfect for the sailor ready to hang up their cap. We hope that you enjoy your time in our homely town and perhaps explore some of the local sites. With the Captain's Club always here as your home port.
All right. Where you're coming from, it's just the job I'm wanting to get into. I'm aware of the negatives. I'm going to try and get some sleep. Enjoy the demo. All right, Bogan. Get some good sleep and get some actual sleep. Okay? You're going to need it.
Why was the Belmore Trading Company dissolved?
Well, you're taking me off script, but it really was quite the scandal. The three owners of the company vanished, and there was simply nobody left to run the company.
Wasn't there anyone who tried?
The first officer of the company, Mr. Rackham, looked to step up, but he disappeared too. I do wish the company hadn't collapsed.
I do
I bet lots
wish.
of people share that wish.
I might have more customers if it hadn't.
What do you know about the lost treasure of Belmore Manor?
I didn't even look
You
for
think
it.
you're living in a storybook? Whether maps,
just asked.
parrot, X marks the spot. Grow up, you silly boy.
Silly boy.
Captaincy is an accomplished skill which doesn't need
Bye,
belittling by
boy.
childish tales like lost treasure.
What makes you think I'm not a captain, eh? We'll just go in order here.
What do you know about the Belmore wedding?
You mean the disappearance of the Belmore wedding? On moonlit nights when the waves crash against the rocks, the captains of this club trade yarns about this very mystery. Did you know Abigail Belmore's fiancé was a sailor who worked on the ships? Some of the old boys here even worked with him. They say he loved her, as true as a captain loves the sea. But she was a temptress, a siren who scuttled that sailor's heart.
What did she do?
After months of engagement, she broke it off and chose to marry an officer of the company instead, on their very wedding day.
Who was the man she chose to marry instead?
John Rackham, a landlubber who only used the bounties of the sea to fill his coin purse. But the Belmores harnessed his ambitions for the company, his expertise at imports and exports.
Why did she do it?
What many people don't know is that mysterious things had been found on one of the company voyages to the Caribbean. Mystical things, some say.
What did they find?
The crew was sworn to secrecy by the Belmore brothers, and all of the men were loyal enough to keep their word. But the rot in the rope was that sister, Abigail. People say that the discovery took hold of her. With the broken heart of the sailor and the resources of the officer, she was about to unleash something terrible. Perhaps it was a good thing that they all disappeared.
Do you think that's true?
Of course not. It's all nonsense. But the captains do love to outperform each other with such tales on a dull evening.
What makes you think I'm not a captain?
Well, for one thing, you lack the grizzle, the crustiness, the essential
The
awe of a captain.
crustiness?
How do I get those?
Years of exposure to salt water and sullen, uncooperative crew members, I should think. Tell me, have you ever captained a three-rigger through a tropical typhoon? Have you ever run the rapids of the Mississippi without hitting a single reef? Wind in your sails, fire in your furnace, waves beneath your keel?
Have you?
Well, it's more complicated than that.
In what way?
I get seasick.
Is there any way to prove I'm a captain?
Probably with a
You might show me
license.
your captain's license.
Yeah.
As I'm sure you know, the state of Louisiana requires all captains, both sea and riverboat, to carry one. But don't try to foist me off with a fake. Last week, we had someone present a license with a photograph distinctly unlike their contemporary appearance. The photograph was clearly of someone a good deal older than them, with more facial hair and, most importantly, one less eye.
I best be casting off.
Don't feel the need to rush back, sir.
Man, the guy was awesome. Okay, so we cannot go into the captain's club. And pretty much nothing else in here seems to be important. So back to town. This did kind of open up another... I bet this passageway just kind of loops around here. My guess. Oh, there's a fisherman over there. And a wreck.
The tip of a wooden boat poked above the water.
Just the tip?
Clearly the result of a rather unfortunate expedition. The poster advertised billiards at the Captain's Club, with 3 billiard balls and 2 cues framing a cube of billiard chalk.
Chalk. Ah, chalk's one of the ingredients I need. Okay. Nothing in the water I can...
There was no way to get out to the wreck, and from how decayed it looked, no reason to get out to the wreck either.
Okay, the fisherman might be... Oh, wait. There's a door over there. Okay, okay. Can I... I can tell him where to go. Does that move the camera automatically, I wonder? It does. Okay. Oh, I didn't think to do that sooner. Let's go, take a look at this. Oh, dock is a separate place, huh?
A fisherman sat at the end of the pier, his legs dangling over the edge, his eyes engrossed in a book, and an air of being distinctly proud of himself.
Oh, he looked asleep to me. Okay, he is not asleep. Oh, this leads back to the island there.
The fishing net was so worn it looked like it might fall apart at any moment. It wasn't going to be of any use to me.
Okay. Maybe just the notice board and the door over here before we talk to the fisherman. There's one other shop as well. And time-wise on this demo, I got about another 13 minutes, so hopefully we'll be all right.
The latest newspaper contained a photograph of the fisherman on the docks, with a headline declaring he'd just broken the island's heaviest catch record.
That'll give me
Nothing else was of interest.
Something to talk about, I think.
You! Stop right there! What's your name?
Murphy McAllen.
Murphy McAllen.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you before. What's your business?
I'm just visiting.
Hey, Jard, how are ya?
Because your business is my business.
Me when
and
the
my
mortals are
business is
foolish.
news. I'm Evelyn Stoker, editor of the Juniper Parish Gazette. No misdeed left unshared, no drama left unmonetized. Come on, work with me here, Murphy. I need something juicy. Committed any crimes? Uncovered any affairs? Any deep, personal secrets to reveal?
The honest-to-God truth. No.
I need a good story. I can't always let something minor like the truth stand in the way of that.
All right. I need a good story. Tonight, how are you doing? I'm also doing aight, I would say. Oh, look, there's twine and scissors. Okay. Empty grave, body missing. The headline over there. Lost dog. All right. She'd make good White House press. Exactly what I was thinking, too. Take this twine and scissors. Hopefully she won't care. Seem to.
It was a large and ornate printing press, which must have cost a fortune decades ago, but was now very much out of date.
I still don't really know what year it is currently. Kind of wish he'd said, you want something juicy? How about D's? I know, there were a couple euphemisms that could have been made, I feel like.
Don't even think about touching that machine.
Oh, okay, I won't.
On the floor was a large canister filled with dark black printer's ink. Around it, the floor was stained with ink splatters. I wasn't going to get ink all over my hands.
Okay. I have twine and scissors. Could I use that for some reason? Take a look. I have a bottle as well. I could fill up. Okay. Take a look at this camera.
There was no way I was going to get past the newspaper editor to get it. Besides, I didn't know how to operate it.
A camera?
Hey, you can't come back here.
Oh.
Sorry.
Maybe if we become friends or lovers, then I can. Evelyn Stoker. You can take a selfie to replace the pic in the captain's license. That would seem to make sense, yeah. Or, you know, maybe she would take a picture of me. Stoker, more like Stroker.
Yes?
Hi.
Why is it that talking to people always has a skull icon? It seems very, like, foreboding. Iron, enjoy the lurk. All right.
Would you take my photograph?
Do you know how much the chemicals cost to develop those photographs? I'm on a limited budget here, McAllen. Unless you've done something notable, you're not getting into print.
There we go.
What constitutes something notable for the newspaper?
Frankly, our standards are pretty low these days. Yesterday, I photographed Ned Kipps, the fisherman that hangs around the pier, for catching a fish.
Ooh.
Is that a surprising turn of events for a fisherman?
It broke the island weight record. The pen cozes a fish that's been caught around the island since it was settled. The locals say it tastes good. I'd rather chew on raw cotton.
Well, speaking of, I have a fish that's taxidermied and probably stuffed with cotton, but... Hello, Koro! Day 3,456,234 of being tired. I wonder if she knows Bram. She probably does, yeah. Bram Stoker, author of Jacula. I thought that when you're talking to the gravedigger and was like, do you have the option to kill them? I don't know. It's a very, very aggressive icon, though.
What's in those filing cabinets?
Past issues of the newspaper, starting right back in 1864. Of course, things were a lot more interesting when Dead Nettle was thriving as a port town.
1864.
Of people, ships, and cargo. Lots to report on back then. More than the dregs I have to dress up now.
1864. Interesting times in the United States. Eepy little iron, right? I know. Hi, Cora. How are you doing today? Do you have a coworker with you?
What are you working on?
Listen to this. An innocent victim's domesticated canine has been suddenly and mysteriously ripped away from them by fate. Its location and intentions are unknown.
Wait, are you talking about a lost dog?
Technically, it's not lost anymore. It was found shortly before I got to the house. But still, the story must be written.
I have a headline suggestion. Lost dog, not lost.
I have a personal suggestion. Butt out.
Well, that was a lot nicer than I thought she was going to say.
Don't you have more interesting stories to write about?
The crackpots this island calls a population wouldn't know something interesting if they paid for it. Which they hardly do. Believe me, I've tried to get juicier stories. Scouring the island, doorstop interviews, hiding beneath windows.
You eavesdrop on people through their windows?
It's called investigative reporting.
He's a peeping Tom.
I'm doing some research on the treasure of Belmore Manor.
Leave it. That's my advice. There's no story in it.
No story?
Not that anyone would believe. And I've got advertisers breathing down my neck.
What? Advertisers? And you're complaining about money?
What's your theory on Belmore Manor?
This might sound far-fetched, but I think it was hypnotism. All the puzzle pieces make sense.
Who was hypnotized?
Abigail, by that strange sailor she was going to marry. This newspaper had been publishing a bunch of stories about spooky goings-on across the island. We even had tip-offs of black magic inside Belmore Manor. Can you believe it?
Who was doing black magic?
Well, we weren't told for sure, but it makes sense, doesn't it? The sailor! Why else would someone as powerful as Abigail want to marry a lowly manual worker like him? Come the night of the wedding, and she wised up. Married John Rackham, the company's first officer. Much more on her social standing, and a responsible choice for the company.
Captain. Welcome aboard, Captain. How you doing?
What do you think caused everyone to disappear?
The last revenge of the sailor's sorcery. But imagine me writing that into a piece of serious journalism. I'd be laughed out of the industry.
You're writing about lost dogs that aren't lost. How is that that much worse?
Why did the ship stop coming to Dead Nettle?
The Belmore Trading Company was the heartbeat of this island. After the disappearance, there was no one left to run the company, and it all got sold off. When that folded, so did pretty much everything else.
Do you have any back issues featuring the Belmore Manor wedding?
We don't, I'm afraid. Most of the paper's directors were at the wedding and disappeared along with everyone else. The newspaper had to shut up shop for weeks while it was restaffed. This was back when the Gazette wasn't run by just one person.
Okay, so I need to do something to get her attention enough to think that I'm worthy of writing a story for.
I think I better be going.
Keep your eyes out for a story, McAllen. There are secrets on the island, and it's my job to sell advertisements next to them.
Okay, sell advertisements next to them. Classic. So in my inventory, I mean, I do have a fish.
I thought I'd keep that to myself.
I guess it's not a big enough fish. Okay. Could I use like the scissors on the fish?
Grip already along the seam. I didn't need to cut the fish open any further.
Okay. How do I need to take the stuffing out of it at some point, I think. Okay, the jack, the twine.
I couldn't do that.
I couldn't do that.
The twine was going to be of more use to me intact.
Okay. All right, let's go talk to the fisherman. Maybe you should unfind a dog. Oh my, that is an idea. All right, let's go to the dock, talk to the fisherman, and then we have one other place I can visit as well, and that's the jewelry shop. I do wish McCallum walked a little faster. Like, you know, some urgency wouldn't hurt this case. Hello, Mr. Fisherman. There's a scale here.
A fisherman sat at the end of the pier, his legs dangling over the edge, his eyes engrossed in a book, and an air of being distinctly proud of himself.
Well, he did just catch a record fish.
It was a mechanical scale used for weighing fish.
Oh, okay. I think I see where this is going. The horseshoe, they did say the horseshoe is very heavy. Do you think I could put the horseshoe inside the fish? Is the fish big enough? That would then maybe break his record. Let's see.
Are the fish biting?
Well, not so well today, to tell the truth. They must have been spooked by something. But you should have seen them yesterday. I was having to fight them off the rod.
Hey, Blondie.
Name's Ned Kipps, by the way. Just Kipps to my friends.
I'm Murphy McCallum.
Kipps.
Nice to meet you, Mac. What are you doing on this old
Mac.
rock anyway?
That's a way better name.
Here on vacation?
I guess you could say that.
Then you got worse judgment than an arm wrestler squaring up to a kraken. Hope you don't regret it.
Me too.
We play video games to zoom, not to walk. How are you, Blondie? How's the day?
What's that book you're reading?
The Louisiana Book of Records. There's this fish called a pinkoza that swims around these parts. Delicious barbecue. And you're looking at the fella that's caught the heaviest pinkoza ever weighed at the Dead Nettle docks. Now I'm looking to see if it's a state record, maybe even national, or a world record.
That's some achievement.
Oh, it was. Got my photograph on the front page of the newspaper and everything.
All right.
What do you do with the fish you catch?
A couple I save for myself, and the rest I sell to the captain's club. They fancy them up with lemon lobster, slawfish something or other. Fools. Everyone knows the best way to cook them is to barbecue them. But then again, I haven't eaten in that place my whole life.
Why not?
I don't have a captain's license, so they won't let me in.
Don't you have a fishing boat?
Now, I used to. The Petit Pichet. But they don't count it if it doesn't have a crew.
What?
What happened to it?
That's it across the harbor with this bow sticking out the wall.
Oh, dang.
It was the strangest thing. There I was, fishing just out in the bay, when a sea serpent comes out the water, wraps itself around the boat. Well, I was going to be a goner. Jabbed my fishing pole right in its beady eye, throttled the motor, and managed to make it back to shore just as the hull went under. It's lucky I made it out alive.
That's a pretty tall tale.
I wouldn't believe it myself if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
It was clear that Ned had a penchant for fanciful stories. He told them with such vigor, I think he'd convinced himself they were true.
We're searching for ghosts. How do you not believe that? I don't understand.
I'm looking for the lost treasure of Belmore Manor.
Well, I've heard a tall tale or two, but even I'm not spending my time looking for that. It's been lost for 30 years now.
Lost means it's still ready for finding.
I've traveled every waterway on this island, and I haven't even seen a hint of it. It could be at the bottom of the ocean for all I know. And I've found a few treasures in my time. French treasure, British treasure, pirate treasure, but no Belmore treasure.
Do you still have those treasures?
Well, I had to hide them again. Give someone else a chance to find it. I wouldn't believe it myself if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
What do you know about the disappearance at Belmore Manor?
Now there's a tale to tell. You know about Miss Belmore? The bride engaged to the sailor? I heard she was having an affair, getting up to no good with this fellow called John Rackham. He was one of the Belmore Company's higher-ups.
They all have their own theories.
Sailor catches wind of it and tricks Rackham into giving the lady a gift. That's what caused everything to go topsy-turvy.
What was the gift?
Call me a liar, but there are places in the Caribbean that trade things more elusive than gold. Ungodly things.
Is that what you think caused the disappearance?
What else could it be?
What can you tell me about Miss Belmore?
Watch Black Sails. I still haven't seen it.
Than a mermaid, and twice as fishy. Seems like such a nice girl, too. Until the affair. It seems so unlike her.
What about the sailor?
Don't know much about him. Never met the fella. I never got involved in the dock work, to tell the truth. Always preferred to sit with my fishing pole and fend for myself. We all figured that Abigail being in love with him and everything. He must have been fine folk. I think we were wrong. Poor Rackham, though. He was wronger still. I'm a business guy myself. Get the product, sell the product. Nothing wrong with bringing home the bacon. But he brought back trouble, and he paid the price.
I suppose it was a mistake for him to get involved with Abigail.
It's risky mixing business and pleasure.
Sometimes it sounds like Samuel L. Jackson.
Catch you later, Ned.
See you around, Mac.
So what about this is reminding you of Black Sails? All right, I'm going to try to put the horseshoe in the fish.
With the ripped seam as an opening, I placed the horseshoe inside the taxidermied fish. Now it was heavy.
I like how Ned is watching me do this. So can I put the taxidermied fish on the scale and break his record?
Mac, does that say what I think it does? You've been holding back on me. That breaks my record.
McAllen!
Picture taken, baby.
You just broke the island fishing record.
How did you hear about this so fast?
It's my job to know about things fast. Now, I'm doing the questions here. So what led to this unbelievable turn of events? Years of practice? Or a one-in-a-million fluke? Did the fish just jump into your lap as you walked the quayside? Was the fish dropped by a passing seagull?
Would have been a pretty darn big seagull.
Just beginner's luck, I guess.
Another pic? Oh, several pictures. All right.
As I suspected. Well, as much as it pains me to say it, you're the cover story on this evening's edition of the Juniper Parish Gazette, and this is why I'm not getting a Pulitzer.
All right, there we go. Does sound like Samuel L. Jackson.
Mac, that fish is a whopper. I wouldn't believe it myself if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Man, Ned is a good sport. Ned is a good sport. Can I take my fish back?
I'd had enough of carrying the suspiciously heavy fish around. I decided to leave it there.
Bro, you're gonna get caught. Can't even take the evidence with you? All right, well. Anyway. Neduel L. Jackson. Talk about Rackham. There was a pirate with that last name. When I hear it, just picture the pirate. I gotcha. Okay. All right. Can I save the game? Save and load? Save. There we go. All right. Okay, friends. We are going to exit this for now. And swap on over to Fears to Fathom. I've been thinking about Jack Rackham this whole time. I'd rack your ham. I mean, knew you'd pop up mentioning Jack, right? Exactly. Okay. Let's launch Fears to Fathom here. That was a cool demo though. That was a cool demo. I'm kind of curious how much further you can go in the demo, but maybe we'll check it out sometime. Alrighty. Graphics quality fantastic. Sure. Bring you guys in once it's launched. Okay. All right. And go. Ooh. Okay. It does not like my green screen, I think. Yeah. Did not like my green screen. I do not know. I know this one does run a little heavier than Foolish Mortals. I don't know. You guys don't have audio yet, though. One sec. There we go. Okay. Backside, front. Thought you'd be a power top. I don't know where is the best place to leave my camera, but we'll try here to start. Are we doing okay? Or we are kind of losing some frames a bit, aren't we? Maybe it'll be okay though. Episode playtime about 20 minutes. Hopefully this does okay. All right, seems all right now, right? You're smooth. Okay, good. Thank you, thank you. July 12th. Didn't want to put this up on Reddit just for it to be called a piece of fiction. I don't even know where to start. Excuse my lack of good storytelling skills. I guess I'll just start. Tiny bit of hiccuping, now it's smooth. Okay. Here. It was the middle of the summer. My parents had left for that weekend trip due to a work. I don't know why I can't read this. Weekend due to a work trip, which meant I was all by myself for the weekend. Also, I feel like I do have to mention that my sleep schedule was really messed up around this time. I would sleep and get up at just about any time of the day. Though I did plan on fixing that. Is that an alarm? Well, that's getting loud. Oh, gosh. Okay, how do I make it stop? Oh, gosh. Okay, that was an actual alarm. Woke up around 8 after a nap that evening. Space to get up. Also, that's not the sound that those alarm clocks make. I had one of those. Alrighty. I'm just standing here. I am not pressing any buttons. That's fine. This is fine. Fears of Fathom is so good, and I think each episode is better than the last one. Really? Have you played these? Or just maybe watched them be played? I've seen minimal of each. So I am pretty excited for it. I've heard great things. I like the idea of, you know, an anthology kind of set. Because I think this is an anthology, right? I mean, it's definitely episodic, but I don't think each episode is like built on the other. Okay, a center, like reticle means I can interact. Okay, I can actually... I did have homework that night, but I was too hungry to do it right after waking up. Okay. Okay, not much else I can do. I would throw that alarm clock off the highest building I could find. Exactly. That was not a pleasant sound. Also, that's, like I said, those alarm clocks make a different sound. Source, I owned one. And so did everybody that grew up in the 90s, I'm pretty sure. And other people play them. My favorite is the last one for sure. All the episodes are independent. Gotcha, okay. God, I do, but don't miss being a teenager. I'd kill to sleep until 6 p.m. and just game and eat garbage. I do also miss that. Certain aspects I miss for sure. Certain aspects for sure. C to crouch. Wait, what? Text messages. Escape to read messages. Hang on. Let me crouch first. I can just kind of peer out the window. Okay. Okay, messages from mom. Wait, when are you guys going to be back? Dad and I are going to be back on Monday, honey. Didn't I tell you that yesterday? Cool. Take care, honey. Sleep on time. I hope I'll get the Xbox like you promised. I mean, if you get that discount. Can I invite Mason and Josh over for the night for homework? Of course you can. Call me if you need anything. Make sure to check. It's them on the door before opening it. Check through the blinds. Take care, honey. Sure thing, Mom. Dad and I may be back by Sunday evening. Why are you being so paranoid? Mom, I'm 14. I think I'm going to take a little nap. Probably going to order some pizza. Yes. No need to order anything. Already made you lasagna this morning. Check the fridge. Okay. And then there's Mason. Can I message back? I think I might be able to. This is Mason. Yo, you coming to Jessica's tomorrow? Yeah, I heard Josh coming too. What about you? I don't know. Was this was today. Okay. I don't know. What's wrong? I read the chat, so I got an achievement for that. What's wrong? Weren't you going to see her yesterday? She didn't show up. It's like I don't even matter to her. You matter unless you multiply yourself by the speed of light squared. Then you're energy. I guess I'm energy then. How's Kim? Oh, yeah, crap. I totally forgot. Probably going to do it tonight. LOL, same. My parents are out for the night. Want to come over? We can play Mario Kart too. I'll let you know. Okay. Call Josh too. I can't promise, dude. May have plans with Nat. Okay. I need to check. Mom was like, yep, you need to make sure it's them. Check through the blinds. Do these blinds also open? Okay, they do. But my vision is still kind of limited. Maybe there'll be blinds downstairs for me to peek out. Hey, Cappy, how are ya? Minus the crippling depression, of course. I liked the freedom I had. Oh, gosh, it is dark. Where's the... Don't ask me why, but I went straight to my parents' room. I went there because I'm a completionist and I must look at every room. That's why. Okay, that's another person. They're acting kind of weird. I wish I could turn on a light. Was there something for me to interact with in here? I don't see anything. Okay, I don't see anything. Yeah, okay, what year is this? They've got that looks like a TV. Like a flat screen TV mounted to the wall. So maybe this isn't as far in the past as I thought. Kind of do. Only had the wisdom I had now not to not take it so seriously. Do you feel like you just you over-focused in school? Never got to eat garbage that way. That stopped the day my mom said, "Where'd the string cheese go?" I bought that yesterday. Real, I paid attention to English and math and read history books of my own. Yeah. Crouching to look at the very bottom of the blinds like a good creep. That's what I was thinking too. This is Creep School 101 stuff here. Stove. Okay. Yeah, she did say to check the fridge for lasagna. Do I need to text Mason though too, maybe? Try it. I can't send that. There's the lasagna. I love how I just opened them both at the same time. Okay. Food was cold. Yep. Let's put it in the oven, huh? Food was heating up. Didn't have dishes to wash. What is so loud right now? Oh, the fan? Okay. That says hard on. That right there says hard on. Kind of weird. Okay. Food was nice and hot. I liked watching TV while I ate. Am I just holding this with my bare freaking hands? I can throw it too? Wait a minute. Is that... Wait. Is that the back door and is that open right now? Oh, no, that's a window. Okay. Woo! Okay, and I can open the door. How hot will that lasagna stay? I am you can go outside. Okay, all right. I'm going to try to stay on task here, considering I do have a limited amount of time. This is Phasmo graphics. Honestly, it's even lower res than that. Is that your oven vent? Or are you just happy to see me? I got a hard-on oven vent. Where? Oh, the TV is there. Wait, doesn't it look like something belongs there, too? What does that say? Suburb? What? What on earth? Oh, that is so loud. And what am I watching? Oh, hell yeah. This lasagna is great. Wait to hear you pant from running 2 inches. Already feeling very sleepy after eating the food. I just woke up. Okay, this looks like an episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog or something, you know? I'll go ahead and turn that off. Otherwise... Mason texting me. Okay. Gonna have to call it off, man. Something just came up. But you gotta come to Jessica's tomorrow. Bro. I can't respond to him. Wait a minute. That's the garage. No, that's not the garage. That's a door outside. Was that cracked earlier? I don't think it was. I don't feel like it was. Remember, I had to finish up on my homework. I had no time to wash dishes. I got to do homework. Sorry, Mom. Also, so far I haven't been able to run. What time of day is it? It is. I guess it is. There's a sunset back there. Did say it was what, 8 o'clock? My clock said that earlier. Oh, so slow going up the stairs. Oh, yikes. Sorry, Miles. Gotta see you tomorrow. Chill out, dude. All good. I'll probably just go back to bed after chem. Okay. I'm gonna close my parents' door. Real quick. Let me... It's 8:03. Man, I watched and ate food very fast. I can move a little faster, I think, with the shift button. Not a ton. Okay. Quick check around my... Man, I can hear people's turn signals from up here. It's still 8:03? It is, yeah. 8:03. Remember, I have homework to do before going to bed again. Okay. Wait, was this open before? Alright, let's do this homework. This is chem homework. I hope I don't actually have to do it, because I do not remember chemistry at all. 12:38 a.m. I got done with the homework for the day in about a few hours. Okay. Yeah, like 4 hours. That's a long time. How are we going to play Mario Kart? Mom, 2 messages. Don't stay up too late, you kids. I shouldn't get to hear from Mrs. Paula this time. It still says 8:03. I thought it said 12. I guess the clocks don't really update. It does appear to be darker outside, though, for what it's worth. Okay. It said I was supposed to go to bed, right? Why not? Let's take a quick peek downstairs. Why not? Just for fun. Just for fun. Maybe turn on and see what's on the TV. You know? Just enjoy some midnight TV. Oh, the mirror just shattered on that person. Okay. Is this going to happen to me later? They're leaving the house. Possibly. Yeah, walking out in the woods. Texting in the middle of the road? What in the world? Wait, did... Oh, okay, it was just a dream. All right. You can do the exact same thing? Whoa. Okay, and I think it's looping now. Yeah, it's looping. Okay, interesting. I wonder if that's foreshadowing. I don't know. All right. Back upstairs. We're going to go to bed this time. Yeah, so holding shift makes me much faster up the stairs, thankfully. Otherwise, it is dreadfully slow. I don't seem to be able to interact with lights at all. Okay. Let's vent there. Okay. Back to sleep. Am I going to wake up to a text message? 1:16 a.m. Shoot, that's only half an hour. I got up to get some water. I fell asleep for half an hour. This is actually kind of too realistic. That's my most likely time to wake up. Is about half an hour after I've fallen asleep. I'm doing on time here. Oof. You guys hear this music? Or whatever it is? Also, it is significantly darker now that it's 1:16. My parents' room is somehow lighter, though. Okay. I guess we're just going to get water. Is the pan still there? Pan's gone. Something happened to the pan. Okay, these doors are all shut. Man, this is an eerie feeling. What is that? Debug mode, no signal? What in the world? What in the world is this? All right, let's just get some water, I guess. Is there a glass somewhere or something? Just get back in the fridge? Maybe there's water in the fridge. Oh, yeah, there are. What are these sounds for? Why is this game doing this? Okay. Right click to drink. Do I need even more? Whoa. And then throw it. Nice. Okay, couldn't make him land quite the same way. All right, now what? Do I just go back to bed, I guess? Gosh, the window blinds... The window blinds, like, just kind of auto-raising is pretty scary. We're shutting the door. Not sleeping with the door open. Mom, one attachment. You there? What? Miles, who's that at the door? Come on. Come on, ain't nobody at the door, right? Do I have to... Man, what if I just try to go to bed? Oh, I can hide? What? Oh, there's somebody there! Paula sent me, said he's been creeping through the windows. We're calling the cops. You kids lock every door, hide in your room. Don't answer the door no matter what he does. What? I couldn't see him from here, so I was like, oh, this is just one of those things where they're not actually there, but he is there. Okay. I'm crouching. I'm just going to go hide in my room. Just like Mom said to. Can I move any faster? Because gosh dang is this slow. Looks like he kind of does look like a crash test dummy, you're right. Okay, get in the room. Get in the room. Close the door and hide. That's what she said, right? Lock every door, hide in your room. Wait, are the doors locked? He looks malleable. How do I know if the doors are locked? Okay, I can't click. I can't do anything. Oh, he's in. He's in. He's in. I'm picturing him oozing under the door. You could mush his head into a vase or teacup. Climbing your windows, he's snatching your people up. Don't answer the door, no matter what. Nope, I'm not answering it. It's Paula at the door. Do you hear her? It's Paula at the door. Mom's so sorry, honey. Everything's going to be all right. It's Paula? Ain't no way. Ain't no way it's Paula. She said not to answer the door no matter what. But I can't progress until I answer. Is that my heartbeat? I can't see a dang thing out these windows. Mom is a liar. Yeah. I'm still crouching. I think he might actually be there. I see something over there. I just can't tell what it is. Nope. Nope. Mom did not pay the electric bill. We're out of lights. Yeah. These mother frickers think about calling the cops? I guess not. It's not going to let me do anything until I... Oh, wait, the cops are here. Hide. Stay hidden. Stay hidden. Stay hidden. What's this music for? Survive through the first episode. Okay. So I did it right. This is the sparsest house ever. Like, did she buy any furniture? Saw 2 couches, some end tables. A game by rail. The cops are here. The cops are the good guys. The game just immediately closed. Okay. Okay. Try relaunching it here. That was weird. Like the Reddit story where the person got high and called the cops on a prowler who was their DoorDasher trying to give them food. Oh my goodness. All right, let's try this again. We're definitely going to go answer the door this time. Even the game heard you and was like, no. I did get an achievement for surviving the night. Let's see. I don't know how many achievements there are. Kind of curious now. Achievements. There's only 3. Loud alert NPCs. There's... Huh? Okay. Put the old man on a pottery wheel. I guess I'll just start. Let me see if I can... Yeah, I'll skip through this. That was very short, though. It was very short. I actually ended up playing Fears to Fathom a little... Or, Foolish Mortals a little later than I anticipated. I don't know if I need to read that to know that there's lasagna, but that's what we're doing. Just spent way too long wrestling with my furnace air filter. I looked at the forecast. We get to turn the heat on. You do? I'm not going to turn on my heat until the last possible second. All right. I liked watching TV while I ate. Even though I'm going to demolish this in 3 seconds flat. You're starting Alan Wake? Alan Wake 1 or 2? Feeling very sleepy after eating the food. Mason's not coming. Alan Wake 1, nice. Nice. Alan Wake 1's great. I mean, Alan Wake 2 has been a lot of fun as well, but they're very different games for sure. For sure. The breezy 51 out, have the windows open and the temps in the house are dropping. Have my comfy on, a thick blanket on my legs and a cat in the lap. Hoa, hoa, hoa. Benches. Chem homework. Alan Wake 2 is free on PlayStation Plus. Is it actually? I didn't realize Alan Wake 2 was on console. Always close my door before going to bed. There you go. Now you know. Yeah, I thought Alan Wake 2 was an Epic exclusive, but maybe they've started expanding because they didn't get very many sales. Oh, why you're playing 1 then 2. So PS Plus is that like the Xbox games with gold? Do you get to keep those games? All right, getting some water. I am short on time, so I'm trying to do this as fast as I can. There's one more achievement, which is to be loud and alert the NPCs. Get to keep them as long as you have the subscription. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, games with gold, you could keep them all the time, or, you know, forever. Who's at the door? You there? Gosh. That sound effect is wild. All right. Somehow I'd have to be loud. Oh, probably by turning on the TV. That's the loudest thing I know of. Oh, the TV doesn't work anymore. You can kind of see him over here, too. How can I be loud? Sprinting around? I can just chill over here. Making my first hot coffee in months too. I'm freezing my tuchus off. What? Oh, that was good. I'm like, where did they go? Wow. And the game just closes like instantly. The Clayman got you. It just closes instantly. That's so weird. I don't know if my game is crashing or if that's what it's supposed to do, but it's just not just closed. Very strange. But anyway. All right, friends. That's gonna have to do it for me today. I got a meeting starting up here right now. Some thank yous to give out real quick. We got Nonder with the raid, and we got Zeducator with the follow. Thank you so much for the follow, Zeducator. It's great chatting with you. I hope your homework has been going swimmingly. Good game. It's very cool, Ams. Yeah, I am excited to check out the other ones in the future, whenever that may be. It was very cool. I love that VHS aesthetic. So, much love to you, Jard. Quit? I wish I could, to be honest. The work I've been doing lately, I've not enjoyed. Just straight up not having a good time. You died, you're done, get off the computer? I guess, yeah. I don't know if that's, like I said, I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be, but that's what's happening. The game is just closed. So, thank you for streaming. Have a great day, everyone. You as well, Kirk. Love you, dude. Lo, you all have a great day. Ursa, you as well. Friends, tomorrow we are, we're playing Costume Quest. Wanted to try to get into some of the spooky season with not all, like, just bone-chillingly terrifying games. So, Costume Quest a little bit more in line with the spirit of Halloween, but also still keeping it rather chill. So, pretty excited for it. Hope we'll get to see you then. Yeah. Same here, dude. Planning conference because that's totally part of my job description. Gosh dang. Thanks for stream. Thanks for hangout, Banj. Friends, I'll see you tomorrow. Costume Quest. Happy early Friday. I'll see you on the actual Friday. Yeah. Love you guys. Let me find my right button. It's this one.